about what happened that night. On July 18th, 2018, you got home from work, is that right?
Correcto.
Correct.
When you got home, is there anything that you planned to prepare for the next day?
Sí.
Yes.
What is that?
Tenía pensado limpiar mi carro porque el siguiente día iba a salir a comer con una muchacha.
I had planned to clean out my car because the next day I was planning on going out with a girl.
So you had a date lined up?
Sí.
Yes.
So you get home, do you shower?
No, me dirigí a la casa de mi tío a pedirle una aspiradora para limpiar mi carro.
No. I went to my uncle's house to ask him for a vacuum cleaner to clean my car.
Where does your uncle live?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Did you end up going to your uncle's and speaking with him?
No, él no estaba en su casa.
No, he wasn't at home.
Did you go ahead and take the vacuum?
Correcto.
Correct.
That's something that wouldn't bother him from prior dealings, is that right?
No, y de hecho le llamé para decirle que la había tomado.
No, and in fact, I called him to tell him that I had taken it.
So you get the vacuum, and then where do you go?
A mi casa.
To my house.
When you get to your house, what do you do?
Realicé que todavía el sol estaba muy caliente afuera para estar limpiando el carro y decidí entrar a darme un baño.
I realized that the sun was still very strong. It was too strong to clean my car, so I decided to go in and take a shower.
Approximately what time did you take a shower at your home?
Alrededor de 6:30.
About 6:30.
After you took a shower, what did you do?
Salí del baño.
I left the bathroom.
What did you see?
Dos personas en mi sala.
2 people in my living room.
Those 2 people in your living room, how were they dressed?
Con suéteres y tapados de la cara.
With sweaters and their faces covered.
Describe the color of the clothing that they were wearing.
Era ropa oscura.
It was dark clothing.
Can you describe what the build of either of these people?
Uno era un poco grande y gordo, el otro era mi misma estatura y un poco musculoso.
One of them was bigger and a little bit fatter, and one of them was about my stature and a little bit stronger, burly.
Did those men have any sort of weapons?
Sí.
Yes.
Describe which man had which weapon.
El más grande miré que tenía un arma y el otro tenía una navaja.
The bigger one, I could see that he had a gun, and the smaller one, I could see that he had a knife.
Describe the gun.
Pues no sé mucho de armas, solamente puedo decir que era negra.
I don't know a lot about guns. I can just say that it was black.
What about the knife?
Era una navaja mediana, color camuflajeado.
It was a medium-sized knife, camouflaged color.
What did these men say or do?
Que no hiciera nada tonto y todo iba a estar bien.
That I shouldn't do anything stupid and everything was going to be okay.
What happened next?
Estuvimos ahí por un buen rato.
We were there for a long while.
And did anything happen while you were there?
Pues solamente estaban ahí murmurando y ahí estuvimos durante un largo rato.
Well, they were just there whispering, and we were there for a long while.
At that point in time, were they ever violent towards you or aggressive towards you?
No.
No. Did you comply with all of their instructions?
Sí.
Yes.
Did you argue with them?
¿Usted argumentó, discutió con ellos?
No.
No.
Did anything else happen at the
¿Algo más pasó
residence?
en la casa?
No hasta que salimos de la casa.
Not until we left the house.
Once you left the house,
Una
what
vez que
happened?
salieron de la casa, ¿qué pasó?
Subimos al carro.
We got into the car.
And when you get into the car, which man gets in which seat?
Se sube a qué asiento.
El más grande en la parte de atrás y el más pequeño a un lado mío.
The bigger one in the back seat, and the other one gets in the seat beside me.
So the smaller one is the one with the knife, is that right?
Así es.
Sí,
Yes.
And then did you
¿Y
drive?
¿Usted manejó?
sí.
Yes.
When you drove, did they tell you where to go?
¿Le dirigieron a dónde manejar?
Solo me dijeron que manejara derecho.
They just told me to drive straight.
Did they make any comments while you were
¿Es
driving?
que usted iba manejando?
Sí, uno le dijo al otro algo sobre alguien corriendo.
Yes, one of them told the other one. One of them said to the other one something about someone running.
Now, sir, you don't speak much English, is that right?
Así es.
Correcto.
Correct.
How were you able to
¿Cómo
tell what they were
logró
saying?
entender lo que estaban diciendo?
Pues no sé hablar mucho inglés, pero entiendo como lo básico.
Well, I don't know how to speak a lot of English, but I understand the basics.
And so you were able to understand that's what was said,
Entonces,
is that
usted
right?
logró entender que eso es lo que ellos dijeron. Así es.
Correcto.
Correct.
Once you get to
Una
Brooklyn,
vez
what
que llegan a
happens?
Brooklyn, ¿qué pasa?
Solo entramos al pueblo por la parte, se podría decir la parte trasera del pueblo.
We just went into town. We went into town by what you could say would be the back way into town.
Is there a specific road that you came in on?
¿Específico en la cual, por la cual usted entró?
Sí,
Yes.
Do you know what that road is?
¿Qué es ese camino?
no sé el número de la carretera.
I don't know the name of the road.
Sir, I'm going to show you State's Exhibit
Esta tabla,
5, and that's already in the record, so if we could publish it.
si se puede publicar.
Now, sir, you've seen this exhibit before, is that right?
Así es.
Sí,
Yes.
And there's a road that is described as 385th Avenue on the screen, is that right?
En la pantalla. Así
sí,
es.
Yes.
Is that the road that you followed on your way into Brooklyn?
Su entrada a Brooklyn.
correcto.
Correct.
When you followed that road, did you see anyone?
¿A alguien?
Sí,
Yes.
Who did you
¿A
see?
quién miró?
a una persona corriendo.
A person jogging.
And sir, did you know that person at that time?
¿Esa persona en ese entonces?
No,
No.
Ever met Mollie Tibbetts
¿Alguna vez
before?
había conocido a Mollie Tibbetts antes?
no,
No.
But now, do you recognize or believe that person was Mollie Tibbetts?
¿Fue Mollie Tibbetts?
así es.
That's right.
When she was running, was she running out of town?
¿Saliendo del pueblo?
Sí,
Yes.
And you're driving into town, is that correct?
Entrando del pueblo, así es.
Asked me to turn around.
When you turned around, were you in town?
¿Estaba en el pueblo?
sí.
Yes.
What happened
¿Qué
next?
pasa después?
Volvimos a salir por el lugar donde entramos.
We went back out through the same way we came in.
Tell me what happened
Cuéntame
next,
qué
sir.
pasó después, señor.
Manejamos todo derecho, toda la misma ruta
We drove straight on the same route.
y me volvieron a pedir que regresara.
George's going to clarify.
¿Volvieron a pedir que qué?
Y me volvieron a pedir que regresara.
And then they asked me to turn back.
When you were in town, describe these men and anything that they were doing in the vehicle.
Ellos estaban haciendo en el vehículo.
Solo cuando íbamos a entrar al pueblo, ellos trataban de agacharse un poco lo más que podían en los asientos.
Just that when we were coming into town, they tried to kneel down, crouch down as much as they could in the seats.
You don't remember the exact route that you drove in Brooklyn, is that right?
Así es.
Correcto.
Correct.
But you've seen the surveillance camera from Logan Collins' surveillance footage, is that right?
Las de vigilancia de Logan Collins. Así es.
Correcto.
Correct.
Do you think that likely was your vehicle?
Eso probablemente fue su vehículo.
No, sí.
Oh, yes.
It looks like your vehicle, would you agree with that?
¿Usted está de acuerdo con eso?
Sí.
Yes.
And you remember driving around in that area?
En esa área.
Pues no recuerdo que era que precisamente si esa área, pero sí es mi carro.
I don't remember if it was exactly that area, but that's my car.
Now, how many times did you drive by Ms. Tibbetts?
¿Y ahora cuántas veces pasó usted manejando por la señora Tibbetts?
Alrededor de 3 o 4.
Around 3 or 4.
And that was at direction of these men, is that right?
De estos hombres. Así es.
Correcto.
Correct.
Let's talk about the last time that you drove by Ms. Tibbetts.
La señora Tibbetts.
La última vez que nos encontramos con ella, ella venía de regreso hacia el pueblo.
The last time that we met her, she was on her way back into town.
And specifically, sir, she was running on 385th Street, is that right?
385. Así es.
Así es.
That's correct.
May I approach?
¿Me permite acercar? Sí.
Sir, I'm going to hand you this laser pointer.
Bueno, aquí apunta como láser.
Now, sir, if you could point to the area that you met Ms. Tibbetts the last time.
Vio a la señorita Tibbetts la última vez.
No se muestra en ese mapa.
You cannot see it on the map.
All right, we're out of batteries here. If you, is it all right if he gets up?
Está bien que se para así.
Sir, go ahead and get up and
Prosiga,
point to the
párese
general
y
area
señale
where
la
you
área
were.
general donde usted está.
Anna, did you translate it?
Interpret, did not hear any words.
Okay.
Intérprete no oyó ninguna palabra.
And Christian, I'm not trying to trick you. I know you said that it's not on the map where you met her the last time. Is that right?
Usted la vio la última vez. ¿Es esto correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
Could you point to the direction of the area outside of the map where you saw her?
Fuera del mapa donde usted la vio ahí.
Now, sir, I'm going to bring up another exhibit.
Hay otra plaza.
Oh, thank you. Now, sir, is the place where this woman was running shown on this map?
¿Se muestra en este mapa?
Sí.
Yes.
Can you
Yes.
point to the area on the exhibit where this woman was?
¿Dónde esta mujer estaba?
Alrededor de...
Around,
And you can go ahead and sit down, sir.
Sentarse, señor.
Now, you pointed to an area that was just before the intersection of 385th Avenue and 200th Street, is that right?
La calle 200, ¿es esto correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
So when you're driving on that road, are you driving towards town or away from town?
¿Hacia la ciudad o saliendo de la ciudad?
Saliendo.
Leaving town.
When you see Ms.
Cuando
Tibbetts,
usted ve a la señorita Tibbetts,
is she driving, or is she running towards town or away from town?
¿hacia la ciudad o alejándose de la ciudad?
Hacia el pueblo.
Towards the town.
So you meet her head-on with your vehicle, is that right?
Frente a frente con su vehículo, ¿es esto correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
Does she make any statements or anything like that?
O algo por esa clase.
No,
No,
She doesn't wave or anything like that?
No saluda ni nada así.
no.
No.
What happens next?
¿Qué pasa?
Nos seguimos de largo y donde se forma la cruz, me piden que dé la vuelta otra vez.
Well, we continue forward, and where you come to the intersection, the cross, then they ask me to turn back.
So the intersection of 385th and 200th Street, is that right?
¿Es correcto?
Sí,
Yes.
Did you do that?
¿Usted hizo eso?
sí,
Yes.
Once you did that, did you drive back towards town on 385th Avenue?
En la avenida 385.
sí.
Yes.
What happened
¿Qué es
next?
lo siguiente que sucede?
Manejamos un poco y unos metros adelante me piden que que me pare.
We drove for a little bit, and then some meters forward, they asked me to stop.
Were you able to see the woman at that
En
time?
ese momento, ¿era capaz de ver a la mujer?
No,
No.
Describe the terrain.
Describa cómo era esta carretera.
era una carretera derecha, pero había como ciertas colinas.
Well, it was like a straight road, but there were like some hills to it.
Ms. Frese, let me stop you there. We do need to take a recess at this time. Members of the jury, I want to remind you of your admonition. We'll take a 10-minute recess. Please leave your notebooks where they are, and you may leave at this time. And Mr. Bahena, you may step down at this time.